So welcome to Seven Hills Winery. This is the White House Crawford building in downtown Walla Walla, and this building serves as our tasting room, our offices, our barrel room, and our production facility. We share this facility, this old building, which is the White House Crawford building, with the White House Crawford restaurant. You can't really see it from here, but there is a door down there that leads into the restaurant. A wonderful restaurant here in downtown. And actually there are windows, which I'll take you in to see, that look right into our barrel room from their dining room. So it creates a wonderful atmosphere for their diners, and that gives them an inside look into our barrel room during their experience. So let's take a look inside and see what goes on at the winery on a daily basis. Alright, so here we are inside the barrel room. Excuse the noise, it's the fans that we have in here for obviously temperature control. We also control humidity in here as well. We use numerous cooperages, the majority of which is fine French, but we also use great American cooperages from a couple different states. We also use Hungarian oak. We use very few Russian oak, but the majority of it is, like I said, is fine French, and that is used depending on the wine that we're creating and the style that we're going for. And so let me take you as steady cam as I can through the barrel room, and you can see here that everything is stacked 4 high, and we get a wonderful skylight that comes down the center of this part of the building and creates natural sunlight in here, which is really nice during the bright sunny days we get in Walla Walla. And as we walk past here, you can see the room is divided up into 2 sides. The side that you're looking at right now is most of the 08 vintage. So that's all wine that's been fully fermented from the 08 harvest. And then the side that we just walked through is all finished wine from the 07 vintage, which should be bottled here, the rest of which should be bottled here within the next few months. Over here you can see the window I was talking to you about before that looks into the White House Crawford restaurant. Once again, it's really pretty, and at night it's just a really nice setting for people to come in and dine and check out the winery, and they've really done a great job here. So a little background on the building. This was an old planing mill for the longest time, provided most of the lumber for the buildings here in Walla Walla, and all the flooring, which I'll show up front, which is all wooden planks, is all original. You can see one of our tanks here that we use for blending and for racking and for some of our white production. We only use 1 forklift here, 2 would get a little bit crazy. So at a winery of this size, where we're with the production that we do, space is at a premium. So we really have to be careful and have to be really mindful of where we're putting things. So let me take you into the production facility, and we can check out some of the tanks in there. Okay, so here we are in the production facility. You can see Hayden, our assistant winemaker, down there doing some racking into one of our many tanks that we have here. Another large tank here. We do all of our production out of this facility. You can see the big white door at the back there. So we'll open that up during harvest time, and all the fruit will be crushed out on the crush pad out there, and I'll take you out there in a second to sort of show you some of the equipment we use during harvest. And all that fruit then is pumped in and is fermented open top on these tanks here, and they're all temperature controlled, so we can monitor fermentations. We can chill them down or heat them up depending on what we're trying to do. And but this is pretty much where all the action happens, and all the barrels get washed out here. A lot of the noise, background noise you're hearing, is barrel washing and different pumps that we use to get the wine from one place to another. And so let me walk you out to the crush pad here. You can take a look at some of the equipment that we're using. Might get a little bit loud here. So there's a racking wand We've got our pump here, one of the many. Some more racking going on. It's going to get real loud here with the barrel washer. All right, our workbench here for anything that gets messed up and we have to fix it. Our little office back there with our lockers where we keep all our boots and everything. Various hoses, punch down tools, shovels for hauling out pumice, and of course the winery bike. So let's take a quick look outside into the crush pad. Okay, so we're outside at the crush pad here at Seven Hills. This gives you an idea of sort of where our fruit comes in and where most of the production happens when the fruit comes in from the vineyards. So we'll get big trucks that come in through this entrance over here, back up. The fruit will come in these plastic macro bins that hold about a half ton of fruit. And those will be full of fruit. We'll use the forklift and we'll have it brought over to our machine here. And that's going to get dumped into the top, which acts as a trough. And it's got an auger here that's going to dump it down into a crusher to stemmer unit, which is inside all wrapped up. And that's going to knock the rachis off of the berries and separate them. And then it's going to kick out the rachis so that it doesn't get into our wine. And then it gets dropped down into a pump and then into our tanks. And so once the wine has finished its first fermentation, in the case of our reds, we'll take the pumice, we'll take the free run juice and rack that into a separate tank, and then we'll take our pumice out and we'll take it out to this press here that we just got last year. And you can't see much of it, it's covered up for winter purposes, but we'll be taking this off here pretty soon. And this is an air compressed bag press that we have, but with a bladder press I should say, and it's got a big rubber bag inside that will basically fill up and press the pumice against the side, squeezing out juice depending on how high pressure we use. And it's an incredible machine. This actually used to be an old cranberry press and we've sort of retrofitted it. And so it's a pretty incredible machine here. It's got a self auger that we can turn on and it'll push out the extra pumice as it rolls along, come out this side, and then into a bin over here. We'll throw it on the back of a truck and take it out. And so this is our crush pad, and we'll take you inside back to the tasting room and show you that. Okay, so here we are back inside. This is a little view of our office here. You can see that beautiful brick that we have to work with from the old building. It's all original. And this is when you place an order by phone, this is where it would come into. And then you can see down that row there is where our case goods are kept, and all the wine is kept at perfect temperature for you. And then back in there is another one of our labs where we'll run different analyses on the wine all the way through until bottling. And so to finish off the tour, we'll take you into our beautiful tasting room, which really is unique to the valley. Like I said before, the hardwood floors here are all original from the old mill, and we get beautiful sunlight that comes in. Today just happens to be a perfect example. Got some wonderful weather, and we do feature a local artist twice a year, so we have some of that art up right now, and that'll change out at the end of the year. And here's our tasting bar here. There's a couple of our employees, the man that makes the wine over there, Casey McClellan. And so this is the tasting room here. When you come, if you get a chance to come and visit us, we'd love to have you here. And we appreciate your business.
Thanks a lot.